On this video here, we got some police officers from St. Louis County Police Department. They chase a few suspects, and these suspects were wearing ski masks. Guys, once again, this is a raw reaction. Video was never seen before, so I will react if it makes me react. Grab your popcorn, grab a blanket, snuggle up with your partner, and let's get right into it.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Sack, Commanding Officer of the Division of Criminal Investigation. On Wednesday, January 26, 2022, the St. Louis County Police Department Crimes Against Persons Unit was asked to conduct an investigation into an officer-involved shooting that occurred in the city of Ferguson, leaving 2 St. Louis Metropolitan Police Officers injured and 1 suspect deceased. At approximately 12:52 p.m., the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department received a 911 call from a citizen reporting 4 suspicious subjects wearing ski masks sitting in a white Toyota 4RUNNER in the 800 block of River Trail Court in the city of St. Louis. A short time later, 3 St. Louis Metropolitan Police officers arrived on scene in 2 separate, fully marked police vehicles. As the officers pulled into the apartment complex, they observed the reported suspicious vehicle. Officers immediately recognized that the vehicle was wanted in connection with a homicide that occurred overnight in the city of St. Louis. At approximately 1:13 p.m., the white 4RUNNER fled from the officers traveling northbound on Riverview Boulevard. Responding officers activated their emergency equipment in an attempt to pull over the speeding vehicle. The driver did not comply, and a pursuit began. From northbound Riverview, the vehicle fled west onto Jennings Station Road at a high rate of speed, while officers continued to pursue. The suspect vehicle continued traveling westbound on Jennings Station Road, crossing into oncoming traffic lanes, ignoring numerous traffic signals, and endangering other drivers. At one point, near the intersection of West Florissant and Lucas and Hunt Road, the suspect vehicle left the roadway out of the view of officers. The vehicle re-entered the roadway with at least 1 flat tire, but continued to flee. At approximately 1:18 p.m., with 4 flat tires, the driver lost control of the vehicle and came to a stop at the intersection of West Florissant Avenue and Lang Drive in the city of Ferguson. 4 individuals got out of the vehicle and ran. At least 1 subject picked up a handgun as he ran from the vehicle. All 3 St. Louis Metropolitan Police officers exited their vehicles and gave chase. They were subsequently fired upon by 1 suspect. The officers returned fire.
That's it. Flip around.
It looks like those guys saw the cops and took off right away. If they would have just had better communication right there, they could have just cut them off. Oh my gosh. Now this does look like a Toyota 4RUNNER, and these things, they move and they're good off-road.
Riverview, northbound Riverview from Hall.
hate to say it, but those suspects, they looking like they're some good drivers. The way he pulled that move off, experienced getaway drivers. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking like these guys are losing them. That truck, you saw that truck?
Northbound on West Florissant.
It's absolutely amazing that this SUV is still going with a flat tire. The officer announced that the front passenger tire is flat.
All four tires are down. All four tires are down. Body, get ready. We're gonna
Now we got all 4 tires. That's amazing.
back out. We're gonna get Northwest State.
Northwest Estates, all four tires down, 1317.
They're gonna bail here, Northwest State. I got the driver.
Emergency button. What's going on?
Shots fired!
Shots fired, Northwoods Estates, 1318. Officer need of aid, 1318.
Dispatch, we need an address.
626.
Cars here, secure our cars!
Section. All cars, officer need of aid, Northwood Estates, 1319. 326, 626.
Fulton County, Ohio. Where are you at?
626, what's the address?
528, we're behind the county officer now. We'll give an address as soon as possible.
528, that's good, thank you.
We have county en route, also EMS en route. Of all officers okay?
Negative, we need an ambulance and 2 officers.
Yes, sir. We have EMS en route. We're going to start a second one. 601, 1600.
Two of those officers were injured by shots fired from the suspect. The officer who returned fire struck the suspect multiple times. Arriving officers and first responders rendered first aid to the injured officers and suspect. The officers and suspect were transported to area hospitals for life-saving treatment. One St. Louis Metropolitan Police Officer suffered multiple gunshot wounds and was hospitalized in critical condition for several days following the shooting. The second officer sustained a single gunshot wound. He was treated and later released. The third officer was not injured. Despite the work of first responders and medical staff, the suspect, now identified as Equan Hobson, age 23 of the 5900 block of Lucille Avenue in St. Louis, later died of his injuries at an area hospital. Aside from Mr. Hobson, two additional suspects were taken into custody by responding officers after a foot pursuit. August Burns, age 23 of the 1800 block of Notting Hill Row in Florissant, was charged by the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office with unlawful possession of a firearm and resisting arrest. Clyde Thomas, age 35, of the 5500 block of Highway 32 in Farmington, Missouri, was charged with resisting arrest. On March 11, 2022, the fourth suspect, Johnny Lewis, age 23, of the 800 block of Canaan Avenue in St. Louis, was arrested by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department in Las Vegas, Nevada. Lewis was charged.
So these guys had warrants out for these guys, and eventually they all got popped.
Charged by the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney with resisting arrest by fleeing, creating a substantial risk of serious injury or death. In total, the pursuit lasted 4 minutes and 16 seconds. A 9mm Glock 43X pistol attributed to Mr. Hobson was located near him on scene. A 12-gauge shotgun was recovered near the suspect vehicle, along with an ammunition carrier worn by Mr. Burns when he was arrested. Mr. Burns admitted to possessing the shotgun while inside the vehicle.
Are we still calling that a shotgun? Because that's like, it reminds me of another gun, not exactly, but a street sweeper, like a semi-auto shotgun. How many shells can one of those cartridges hold? Holy moly. This ain't, that ain't your average double barrel. You put 2 slugs in there, shoot it, reload again. That gun looks like it could hold at least 12 shells plus.
Mr. Hobson fired the pistol until it was empty. 3 recovered shell casings were forensically matched to the pistol attributed to Mr. Hobson. In total, 34 shots were fired by law enforcement. The St. Louis Metropolitan Police officers involved in this incident are 28 years of age with 2.5 years law enforcement experience, 25 years of age with 3.5 years law enforcement experience, and 27 years of age with 1.5 years law enforcement experience. The body-worn cameras assigned to the responding.
In my personal unprofessional experience, these numbers very entry level to me. 1.5 years experience, 2.5 years experience. I wouldn't call you a rookie, but I'll still call you kind of fresh in the game. So these cops were relatively, I hate to say it, inexperienced. I'm not gonna say inexperienced, but they were new to me. The oldest was 2.5 years experience. I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like that's not a whole lot of experience to be in this level of violence with suspect, like this level of action. Kudos to those cops.
St. Louis Metropolitan Police officers were not recording.
Guys, what do you think about that video? These cops only had 1.5 years, 2.5 years experience. They chased down 4 extremely violent individuals, and they were able to get the arrest. And these guys were fully loaded to the teeth. That shotgun held 12 rounds easily, and these guys were still chasing those suspects. It's amazing how courageous our men and women in uniform can be. But that's all I have for you on this one, guys. Stay tuned. Give it a like if you like these police chases. My name is Big Lou. Y'all have a good one and be safe.
Like and subscribe.